Hello, folks. Welcome back to ProWrestlingCorner podcast. I'm one of your hosts, the Wednesday Night Messiah, Morgan, and I am joined by the Gargano fan, the hype man, Jose, and Pat McAfee's hype woman, controversial, Lily.
Which will probably change in January, depending if somebody returns.
Pat McAfee dies. No, I'm joking. But in case you can't tell by the title of the video, we're just going to talk about last year's War Games and this year's War Games and how we'd book it and stuff, because there's a lot of opinions flying around. And why not, you know? Text Jose, I was like, one do an episode tonight, and I gave him an idea. He's like, yes. That's how the conversation went. No, I'm joking. But, like, I guess the way we can kick this off is, I don't know if Jose's watched it yet, War Games last year. Nope. I don't know why, but he hasn't. I watched it live, and I was crying all the way through. A WrestleMania repeat.
Not really, but
not going to mention it because Lily will just laugh at me.
Was worse for you.
It was not a good night.
Sure.
But last year, the teams are very different this year. Let's put it that way.
Just
so last year,
same participants maybe, but just on.
Yeah, well, for the men's War Games, it's different. Last year it was Tommaso Ciampa, Big Double D, so Dominic Dijakovic, Keith Lee, and then we had Kevin Owens as a surprise. So they were the faces. The faces this year are the Undisputed Era. I know, shocker. The heels last year were the Undisputed Era. Switch. And the heels this year are Pete Dunne, Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch, and Lily's man, Pat McAfee.
Even though they're calling themselves the kings of NXT.
I'm just saying, I saw someone say that Pat McAfee's not actually going into War Games, or he said something about him himself.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
can see that happening. Like, he's not including himself, but he'll include.
Pat McAfee's a bit clapped. Sorry, Lily, don't attack me.
I say he probably has somebody that he knows.
See if it's one of them guys that brought him to the ring at Takeover 30. I swear to God, I'm going to sue.
Because he's still on the card right now.
Yeah, I know. Pat McAfee's actually quite good to be fair to the lad. It's not bad.
But maybe Ridge Holland?
He's injured. Remember?
He could come back.
True. That's what I'm going to go on to my next point for the Women's War Games. Teams drastically different this year. Last year, we had Shayna Baszler, main roster, now. Bianca Belair, main roster. Io Shirai was a heel, now a face, women's champ. We don't know if, just. And then we had Kaylee Ray, NXT UK Women's Champion.
Still the champion.
Still a champion, as she should. No, I did not just say that. Okay.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Wasn't it you about 2 weeks ago said her reign needs to end?
Yeah, I did say I still stand by
That's a different story.
That does need to end. And then, so that was the heel team last year. It was such a good team.
Which was Team Baszler.
Yeah, the faces had a good team. We had Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae, the only two people from that team who actually went in. And then we had Tegan Nox, and we had the biggest snake of the century, but I love it, Dakota Kai, who didn't even... Imagine she entered War Games. It would have been so fun, though. Kind of wanted to see her, but didn't happen because she turned on Tegan Nox and kicked her into next week.
Thanks a lot, Dakota.
You know, that made me cry of sadness and happiness. I don't know why, but I remember my dad was sitting there next to me and he was like, what just happened? And I was like, I cannot explain it. And of course, Rhea Ripley and Candice LeRae won the whole match 4-on-2. Happy to say Kaylee Ray didn't get pinned, but she did get a bin to the face, which was the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
At least she didn't get pinned.
Yeah, at least she didn't get pinned. She never got pinned. Which then, well, let's talk. We can do the men's War Games after, because women's War Games was definitely better last year. It then led to Rhea beating Shayna Baszler on NXT episode December 18th. Don't ask her, remember that. But it happened, and then she loses it to Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Arguably the worst decision of all time. I mean, I can see why they did it. It just didn't work, did it?
Just why?
Yeah, exactly. Why? Don't know, but
part of his idea.
Yeah, I guess the Women's War Games fallout led to
different things.
different things for different people. Shayna's gone on to the main roster and got robbed at Mania. Robbed at Mania.
Wasn't me.
And now being tag team champions with a likely partner.
Jax. Good team, to be fair. I'm enjoying it. The reign will come to an end. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's just good to see Shayna have the title, to be honest. But for Bianca Belair, it's led to absolutely nothing because she's still stuck.
Trying to find her way around.
Just beat Natalya on SmackDown. Who cares? Not me.
Yeah, trying to find.
Still doing her thing afterwards.
Still being champion.
Yeah, injured at Wargames. Like, went through it injured, and then so defended it against Pepper Niven and Toni Storm. Favourite match of this year. Defeated Toni Storm in an I Quit match, February 27th. Best day of my life. Because I could rub it into everyone else who said Kaylee Ray was going to lose. I could rub it into everyone that should actually made Toni Storm say I quit. Well, Pepper Niven did, but whatever. Kaylee Ray is doing her thing. NXT UK. What do we all think of Kaylee Ray's reign? If you give it a thumbs down, I'm going to slap his butt.
Yeah, not one to complain. Because remember, they went into overtime.
True.
At the first match that went into overtime for this year for NXT UK.
Yeah. And then if we move over, well, Io Shirai moved on to everyone looking like she was never going to get a title shot.
To getting a title
Charlotte Flair by DQ to winning in your house and didn't even pin Charlotte Flair, which was a bit of a BS moment. But
so would you say she's gone up or down since Wargames?
Match-wise, she's kept the same, like the star rating, she's kept the same because she had that match with Candice. So character-wise, she doesn't really have a character.
So just drawing it like if it was a chart, so like
Toronto. So this is
like way
Toronto. Up. Wait, no. So this is from when Shayna versus her in the steel cage. Turned on Candice. Toronto.
Well, Toronto can go higher.
Yeah, and then before Toronto, she goes down. Wargames, she goes back up, down, in like January, and then goes back up. Basically.
So it's like basically a stock market. She goes up and down.
I guess, and then she didn't do anything at Portland. Was overshadowed by Charlotte Flair, and then won at Takeover in Your House. She's doing her thing.
Rhea's
move over.
stock.
Other team. Rhea's still in NXT.
It's beyond me. Like we get like you don't want to go to the main roster, but just give it a try.
Just go. She's not gonna get buddied. I'll put it that way because I think Vince quite likes her. Because I know Hunter likes her. But like,
Kaylee Ray's stock.
Kind of. I get. She'll do it. Toni Storm did. She'll go disappear for a couple of months, come back because we all know that Kaylee Ray fought at Wargames injured and fought at Takeover Blackpool 2 injured. She's just a warrior, isn't she?
Never say that.
Candice is now captaining a Wargames team. So she hadn't had the best year, let's put it that way.
Well, her stock from last year's Wargames is still going up.
Yeah, I mean she had that heel turn, so she kinda did.
So up and down, up and down.
Yeah, I get it's gonna see. She should have beaten Io Shirai, I think, at Halloween Havoc.
Same with Dakota.
Dakota had a good start, and then Takeover Portland. It was when the crowds disappeared. It kind of went down. And I think the addition of Raquel Gonzalez was nice, but I don't know what they're doing with her because it's just a bit. Raquel in Wargames though. In Wargames though.
That's gonna be insane.
She's gonna destroy everyone. Her versus Rhea Ripley in a chair fight. That's all I want to see. I mean, and then Tegan Nox is injured again.
So her stock has been down. Well, not too down, but like.
She's had it worse than everyone, I think.
Yeah.
Kind of sad. I was hoping she might come back this Wednesday on NXT. You never know. Probably not because she's still in Wales. Who knows?
Yeah,
when did she go out?
Second week of September?
I believe. I'm not sure.
September?
Yeah. She's been gone for like a month and a half. Nobody's realised.
Yeah, coming back. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It'd be good to see her come back. You know, because we can talk about Mia Yim because she last year was meant to be in Wargames, but Dakota Kai said, "Haha, no, rejected."
So September the 23rd, I believe.
Yeah. So basically, what happened with Mia Yim was
so it's basically been a month. They have announced that she has the torn ACL, and that
she's not coming back, fellas.
6 to 9 months.
So sad. It is.
Unless she's kayfabing the injury.
She might. No, they might be milking it a bit. I don't think she's as injured as they say she is. They're waiting for something, and I don't know what it is. Maybe the eventual third title match between Candice and Io she'll come back. Maybe see the Gargano way. I don't know. It's hard to say, really.
We're still waiting.
But for Mia Yim last year, she was meant to go in. Dakota Kai said no, rejected. Well, my theory going into that, when we were going into the main show, I said to my dad, I was like, maybe Dakota's done it for Shayna. Maybe she'll go in the cage, inconspicuous, and just attack her whole team, and then end up getting the pin on like someone else. But like that didn't happen. But it definitely was Dakota that attacked Mia Yim. We know that for a fact because she owned up to it. And then Mia Yim kind of fell off the map after that.
Yeah, she's gone
now
way
she's
downhill.
In Retribution.
As Reckoning.
It's sad to see.
We can see I've ever heard.
I know. Remember, Jose, remember me and you were excited for Retribution and they just ruined it.
Her business ruined everything.
The thing
Her
is,
business are
I never ignore the fact that she's Mia Yim and make her someone completely different, but it's not going to work because
such a character change for her.
Mm-hmm.
She should have been a heel in NXT.
HBIC to now what now? A joke?
I don't know. She should have always. I think in NXT she was as a face. She was all right. I think she would have been better off as a heel, to be honest. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, if she was to do like her heel run, like in Impact, could have had potential.
Would have been better, but Women's War Games was phenomenal. Even though it was 4-on-2, there was a Pledge Rana spot with Candice and Kaylee Ray. There was Io's moonsault, which was
just
insane.
defeating the odds.
There was Kaylee Ray getting hit by a bin. There was Rhea Ripley handcuffing herself to Shayna Baszler and getting put through 2 chairs. There was a bunch of cool submissions. There was some kicks. There wasn't a table spot though, because they saved that for the men's match. Wish there was a table spot, but there wasn't. Would have liked to see Bianca Belair get put through a table because I know she would have sold it like a boss. I'm trying to think. I mean, Candice and Io started it off quite well the first 5 minutes. Remember the timer disappeared, and it was actually longer than 5 minutes. They took timer off, and they didn't keep count of who was in for how long. And then
hopefully this doesn't happen this year.
Yeah, I believe the order of Women's War Game was Io and Candice started first, and then because Io won the advantage, and they had a match against Mia Yim with help from Kaylee Ray. It was Io, Candice, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Kaylee Ray. It was meant to be Dakota Kai, Tegan Nox. Then it was Shayna Baszler. Then it was meant to be Tegan Nox, but she couldn't compete. It was. I mean.
Just a lot of speculations.
Yeah, you can kind of say they've been planning this Women's War Games since the first War Games pay-per-view. If you think about it, because you had Dakota and Shayna going at it in 2018, and then you had
the only time Dakota had the title shot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you had Rhea Ripley who'd come in August. You'd have Mia Yim and Io Shirai from Toronto, New York. There was no Kairi Sane, which I was going to say, but she wasn't in it. Not talking about. Kaylee Ray was kind of just, I think, a cool addition because they know what she can do. And Bianca Belair.
I just wonder whose idea was it to bring Kaylee Ray.
Probably Triple H. I think he likes her quite a lot. That's why she's still champ. Shouldn't be. I'm going to be brutally honest here. She should not be champion right now, but she is. Should be for Valkyrie.
They can shout right there.
We don't talk about it. I feel like Kaylee Ray's reign will go on until June 20th, until Takeover Dublin. I feel like it's going to go on that long.
We'll see.
I have a feeling, and I'll have to watch her lose it.
Oh boy! And if she sees you in the crowd, oh, you're dead. You're dead.
I don't see if she's in the crowd. I feel like she'll know who I am. She saw me at ICW and she knew who I was. So.
But you're still gonna be dead if she sees you.
I know. I'm still gonna be. I'll cry, but then again, I'll be like, yeah, you know what? She's moving on to better things. You know, which is what it is. Like the Tony Storm fans were crying their eyes out because their queen lost. That's all I'm saying.
Well, it'd be so funny, but like weird, just like
yeah.
Kind of a breaking character raise if she gives you a hug, like saying, "Don't worry, it's okay."
That would be good. That's my dream. I guess.
Hopefully, if COVID goes away.
Yeah, hopefully.
That can happen.
And then for Women's War Games this year, it's Team Candice versus Team Shotzi. Shotzi's got one member so far, Ember Moon. Now.
She has more now.
Does she?
Yeah, per.
Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai probably.
Yeah, that's who it is. Well, it's
Unfortunate.
Ember and Rhea that's been added, but there's one
Yeah.
more person.
Io will get added, I imagine, because she's not defending at Wargames.
Yeah, like who is she gonna defend against?
I think Finn Balor will be defending though, because he's not in Wargames.
Yeah, for sure.
So-
But against who? Returning
Pat McAfee
Terry
doesn't go. Maybe
Cross?
Pat McAfee. Maybe.
Because he's ready to go.
Yeah, but
DC.
he's not. Are they really going to make him come back on Wednesday, and then give him another shot straight after that? Like, nah.
Well, if you've seen his video, he's like ready.
True. I mean, imagine if they did a whole twist and they came back as faces and Scarlet Bordeaux went into Wargames. That would be the funniest
Yeah.
thing.
I don't see that happening.
Nothing is too far-fetched on this channel. I mean, so Candice's team is set. We know what it is. No Indy Hartwell, which was not a surprise to me. Apparently she's injured.
Yeah.
Apparently she's not.
Yeah, because she took a
She sold that like a
That's-
boss, by the way. She
word.
sold that so well. So Indy's not going in. Not a surprise to me. Even if she wasn't injured, I don't think it would happen anyway.
Yeah, because it's probably too early in her career.
Just not ready. So we've got Candice LeRae, Team Candice, Dakota
Dakota.
Kai for the second. So she's actually going into Wargames for the first time this year. Raquel Gonzalez, her first time at Wargames.
I
She is
started-
going to be. I know. She was going to happen twice.
The newly healed Tony Storm.
I'm gonna right. Tony Storm growing on me slowly. I'll get there. Okay, don't attack me. Slowly.
I'm not the
I
one
think
attacking you. It's probably gonna be
the
this one right here.
The most valued player.
Not gonna say any
Most
names, Lily.
valued
What?
wrestler. Shut up. The most valued wrestler at Wargames this year is gonna be Raquel Gonzalez. I'm putting it on there now. Like last year, I don't want to be
Remember,
biased.
the
but
only
last year it was Kaylee Ray.
People that have experience in it is Candice and Rhea.
And if Io goes in, Io will. I'm just saying they should just put Kaylee Ray on. They should have just put Kaylee Ray in instead of Tony Storm. Have Tony Storm on Shotzi's team. Imagine if they did that. The one last time those two face off against each other and a heated rivalry is in Wargames.
Like I said, where was this Tony Storm when she was in NXT UK?
Well, I'm gonna explain this real quick because I was watching this earlier. I know this Tony Storm, Kaylee Ray thing, Piper Niven thing more than anyone else.
Yes, you do, because you're a nerd. What?
Shut up. Tony Storm is a complex character. She is always, if you look back at before Cardiff when Kaylee Ray won that Battle Royal, right? Kaylee Ray came out and started acting differently. Her and Tony Storm were best friends before. Everyone knows this.
They probably still are.
Suddenly, Kaylee Ray's
And
competitiveness and wanting to be better than everyone else mixes into one. That's not the Kaylee Ray we want. Well, that's Kaylee Ray I want. Not what anyone else wants, right? Okay. And viciously attacked Candy Floss at one point. Tony Storm's there. I think Tony Storm always wanted to be the good person in the locker room, which is why at Cardiff she did not.
Locker room leader, maybe.
Yeah, she did not want to absolutely obliterate someone, which Kaylee Ray had different intentions. It came to the coming weeks. Tony Storm was gone. Kaylee Ray was just bragging, as she should. No, I said that again. Right, just
Yep,
ignore
you did.
I said that. Ignore I said that. And Piper Niven is looking like she's ready for a shot. Suddenly Tony Storm comes back. Absolute agenda. But like, you know, Piper Niven was never going to take that because she wanted a shot. Fair enough. And then that leads to Blackpool 2. Tony Storm refuses to snap and hit Piper Niven with a chair. Cool. Probably should have loved, but whatever. Piper Niven gets pinned. And then we get the one final chance. And Tony Storm says I quit. Because she's a wet wipe. No, I'm joking. She loses to Kaylee Ray. Mate, actually, I can't deny that. She did take, like, neck shots. Kaylee Ray's smart. Like, her ring IQ's, like, up there. Along with, like, I put Johnny Gargano up there as well. Oh, yeah, look there, go there.
No, I'm just
There's
like
the-
trying to look up something up.
Yeah, and I think the reason Tony Storm didn't want to absolutely snap this because she wouldn't be able to control it. No matter what she did with her emotions, she wouldn't have beat Kaylee Ray because Kaylee Ray's always one step ahead. Actually, 10 steps ahead. Tony Storm thinks she's 5 steps ahead. Kaylee Ray's 5 million steps ahead. I'm just saying. So it would be nice to see Tony and Kaylee Ray have their last final showdown in Wargames, but it's not going to happen because Tony Storm attacked Ember Moon out of nowhere, may I add.
Which was pretty good.
Yeah, I guess the reason you can say for this time is because I think she's realised that she needs to be ruthless, unforgiving. She's jealous, I think. I think that's what it is.
Just know that she needed. How can you?
A push.
No.
I think Candice said something to her backstage before she went out and
She
attacked
probably
Ember
spoke to
Moon,
her.
and we haven't seen it yet. See, I've never thought I would say this in a million years. You guys ready to hear this? I have never wanted Tegan Knox to come back more than ever than right now. I want to see her on my TV screen, but we can't. But I want to. I'm turning into Tegan Knox, Mark. Okay, don't start.
Not even.
I don't know.
But you know what? It's just that Toni Storm needed ruthless aggression.
Ruthless aggression.
Yep.
I don't know. The fallout of War Games, I reckon. We're going to get Toni Storm going absolute mental on everyone. We're going to get Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez continue to do their thing.
Well, mainly
Candice is going to have...
Raquel.
Yeah. Candice is going to have her final showdown with Io Shirai. Rhea Ripley's going to go to the main roster. Who has something? Ember Moon is going to start pushing herself into the title picture.
Did you say Rhea Ripley's going to go to main roster?
Yeah, after War Games. There's nothing else for her to do.
Yeah, but I don't see the point in that, because she should have just gone last week then.
I mean, War Games would be a good way for her to end, though. I know she had that match with Io, but War Games would be good for her. If she gets pinned, then probably not.
Where would you want her to go, Raw or SmackDown?
SmackDown. For sure.
Oh.
Actually, maybe Raw, because they kind of need help.
Well, the SmackDown too.
Rhea could be Asuka. Lana can't be Asuka. Dana, Lana, they can't be Asuka.
Dana.
Oh no!
Walking meme itself.
I'm not going to say anything, right? But I think that who should take... So, what I think is going to happen is, see if Johnny wins the North American title. Or we'll say Candice wins War Games. Johnny will win the title. If Candice loses War Games, Johnny will lose the title. Because they both need to have something to brag about.
Remember, Candice won last year.
She did. She did not pin Shayna Baszler, though. Rhea Ripley did.
Point is, she still was part of the winning team.
Yeah, I guess. But so was Rhea Ripley.
But here's how I would say match starts.
Anything.
I don't know. It's a bit weird.
So you see how they're now on opposing sides? Well, mainly Rhea.
Yeah.
Candice and Rhea starts the match.
I think the worst thing they can do is have Dakota Kai take the pin. She's gonna take the pin if they're gonna lose. But she's gonna take it, but she shouldn't. Maybe Toni Storm. It'll be one of those two. I can't see them having Raquel Gonzalez. I can't see them having Raquel Gonzalez take the pin.
No.
I can't see Candice taking that.
But here's what I'm saying: if they do start the match like how they did last year, the women, Candice and Rhea start the match.
Yeah, for sure. Because Candice started last year, didn't she?
Shotzi, pin Candice.
Because the Revenge for the Tank destroyed.
Oh my god, because Io won't be captain this year. Oh, because Shayna. Because I was thinking because Shayna was captain. Like, oh. I think
then Shotzi can get revenge from Candice about the tank.
But I think
I was gonna see. There's nothing else happened with the tank after that. They just left it.
Okay, I'm gonna make an opinion here.
Yeah, there's so many speculations we can go about this.
It's time for opinions with Morgan. I think that they are throwing Shotzi Blackheart to the side here. If they add Io Shirai in, Shotzi's going to get pushed to the side. I think. Because I think it'll make it about Io and Candice.
Shotzi needs something. Because right now she has nothing, but clearly people like her, and clearly she has...
I hate her.
Okay, but Morgan, you hate everyone. It's not
the only thing we like about her is the tank, which got destroyed.
The tank is cool, but she doesn't have.
No, I like her. Most people at the moment like her. Like, she clearly has talent, and she clearly can do things. So, like, they need to give her a bit of something.
Can I make a rebuttal point, though?
Make a
See
what?
if she ends up a rebuttal point. I'm gonna rebuttal your point.
Oh.
It's a fancy point. Basically, right, what I'm thinking is, Shotzi is young, I think. Right? If she's not, then that's just ruins the whole point. Right.
How old is Shotzi Blackheart? No?
I think I think that Shotzi's not ready for a title shot. Let's be honest here.
Nope. Because she can still have chances in the future.
She can take it from.
Could you? I know you like her, but like, be honest. Could you see Dakota Kai with the title? With the NXT title, because then if Dakota wins it, what does that mean for Raquel?
Shawn Michaels and Diesel.
Raquel and Dakota are a good team together. That there's no denying that. But they nominated Dakota for Breakout Star of the Year. They made Dakota turn on Tegan. Why would you then go and put her with somebody else?
Tell you what.
Long-term booking.
Dakota wins the title.
Come on and tell me.
Okay, you want to hear my opinion on this?
Yes, I do.
If Dakota Kai wins the title, without Raquel's help, Raquel's going to turn on her. But for a while, Raquel's just going to be there. Say Tegan comes out of nowhere and tries to. Tegan's probably going to turn heel. Say Shotzi comes out of nowhere, tries to attack Dakota Kai. Raquel Gonzalez is going to be there to protect the title at all costs until there's that perfect moment for her. She just absolutely obliterates Dakota Kai. Because we know for a fact Raquel Gonzalez would absolutely destroy Dakota any day of the week. It would happen. Now, I think that's where it's going to lead. Raquel is going to turn. Or Dakota will get really, really annoyed with Raquel Gonzalez. And just
ignore the
yeah, one
the
of
noise.
them turning. So, that's where I think it's going. If it doesn't, it'll be quite dumb, because Hunter knows what he's doing.
And your team needs some heavy artillery. Not anymore.
No, just when Rhea decides to join Shotzi's team.
I know, Rhea...
Just go to the main roster already.
Okay, I'm asking you a question. Right, I'll answer it, but out of everyone in Wargames, who have the best chemistry? Tony and Ember, Dakota and Io, if she's in there, Raquel and Rhea Ripley, Candice and Shotzi. That's the pairing that's going to be, and then
Raquel and Rhea would do the... Yeah, no, I mean...
Then Raquel and Rhea.
Yeah, I'm ready. I think Wargames will be good this year. I don't know what I think storyline wise. Last year's will be better.
There is no way Wargames this year is going to be better than last year. Not a chance.
Absolutely not. The men's Wargames match will definitely be better last year because of the Kevin Owens thing.
Do you know what? I feel like not just for NXT, but I feel like all pay-per-views this year have been really rushed and been like thought out like 2 weeks.
Clash of Champions. Clash of Champions.
Just all of it, like they're making like. Do you notice how with Charlotte and Becky that went on for ages, right?
Too long.
But even when neither had the title, they still had that. Or like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, Sasha and Bayley.
Because that's what I think Kaylee Ray and Tony Storm will be like. They'll always hate each other.
Yeah.
But they're probably still friends.
Probably. That wouldn't surprise me.
That's like saying Randy Orton and John Cena.
Yeah, they ever see each other, they'll punch each other. You know what I mean? No, I'm joking.
But they're still good friends.
Yeah, I mean, well, NXT this year has definitely been better than the main roster. No doubt about it.
That's why they're afraid that they were going to lose at Survivor Series again.
No, they have outdone the main roster. The only matches I can think of the main roster that come to my head so quickly that were good: Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton. That's it.
But which Drew and Randy?
All of them. Well, no, not the Monday Night Raw one.
The Kabuki Warriors v Bliss and Cross at WrestleMania was amazing. That was my favorite match of the year.
You know, I can't remember what happened in WrestleMania Night 1 because I was crying through the whole thing because Shayna was robbed. You know, they set
I was
her...
crying too, but...
Yeah, you know what the thing was? They had set Shayna up to win. They were so convinced on putting Shayna to win, had a destroy elimination chamber. They're like, oh no, nah, it's alright, nah. You know what, Becky, you can win it. And Becky's like, no. I want Shayna to win. She's like, nah, Becky, what you say, you want to win? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, because
Vince's fault.
Shayna was meant to win, and then...
All Vince's fault.
I was on FaceTime to my pal Warren, He was on call to me, trying to be like, it's okay. And I'm like, no, it's not. Honestly,
It's his fault.
How does Shayna go from a
Last minute.
416-day NXT title reign to losing by roll-up to Becky Lynch on WrestleMania and her first title match, Women's title after destroying Elimination Chamber? It does not make sense to me.
I had a sign that said, I hate Shayna.
That offends me, and I'm joking. Have your opinion, balance, alright?
What you every single day.
Nah, see, Becky was growing on me, and then I realised I was so happy when she left. But now I realised we do kind of need her back. Not as champion, we just need her back. Like, I don't want to see her win a title ever again. She had it for way too long. I'm not talking about Kaylee.
Yeah,
had it for too long.
you know what? Me neither, love. You're crap. No, I'm joking.
Heel turn of the century, folks.
You know what? I feel like Raw is worth absolutely nothing without Charlotte and Becky.
Yeah, I can agree on that. I miss Charlotte Flair. I really do.
And it's awkward because they're trying. Like, Dana and Mandy, they're trying, and there's nothing more they can do, bless them. But just not good enough.
Okay, right. I know we've gone off the topic of Wargames, but just quickly, let me know. Well, we can link this to NXT. Is Asuka actually a good Raw Women's champion?
No.
Where? Okay, and I think that Liv Morgan would be right. I watched Liv's documentary. It did not make me cry. It does make me respect her more as
It didn't make you cry. It made me cry.
Didn't make me cry. I have no emotions.
Her mum is the cutest little button ever.
I think that we can say from a long time, Liv and Ruby have come a long way from NXT to now. They need those tag titles. And I know Shayna has it, but I'm not like a type of fan of a person, like for Kaylee, for example. I know Kaylee needs to lose it. She has to. Next offense, that's her done. She goes to NXT. That's what I'm saying. Shayna and Nia need to lose those titles. Liv and Ruby need them. Like, it's a necessity for them. They need it.
The thing is, Lana and us are going to get them. That's been made really obvious now. They're going to get them. And, yeah.
Yeah, Asuka too.
Lana and Asuka.
These two
I went back.
Getting on my
If you
nerves.
go back down the channel, guys, to when lockdown was a thing, if you go to the Extreme Rules reactions, me, Mark, Kate, Extreme Rules, Sasha Banks, Asuka, at the same exact time when that screw job happened, me and Mark both say, wait, what? Because this is what it's like
simultaneously.
Screw job at Extreme Rules to now. Kate was even like, wait, what? We were all confused. Why is it suddenly when people go from NXT, Asuka, for example, booked so strongly at Raw, we went to WrestleMania, got her undefeated streak broken by Charlotte, fine, it's Charlotte Flair. She's probably one of the greatest of all time, that's fair enough. Why did it suddenly, she got ruined after that? Losing to Carmella twice. To Carmella of all people, and everyone knows I do not like Carmella. I'm sorry if you're a Carmella fan, I can't stand her. Why? Sorry, Ali. Like, let's think of examples who's been, not buried, but who's been had a step down since moving up to main roster. Bianca Belair. Shayna Baszler, arguably. Not really.
Asuka.
Asuka. Nikki Cross.
Even though she's not in the company, but
Kyrie saying had a step down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrade. The thing is, you cannot be the Miss Money in the Bank, NXT Women's Champion, Tag Team Women's Champion, SmackDown Women's Champion, Raw Women's Champion, and then say they had a step down.
I mean, true, but like if you think about it,
like she's had it up and down.
Yeah. How long did that SmackDown reign last? Not long. Robbed off of Charlotte. Her Raw reign, first one. So I just didn't enjoy it. And then she won it. She won it on a fluke.
Even though she's not in the company anymore, Kyrie Sane.
Kyrie Sane is another example. I know she's not in the company anymore.
Well, she kind of is still.
I don't know what anyone says. Still was handed the title.
Zelina was so good as a manager in NXT. They dropped the ball on her completely, just because she supported something that Vince McMahon doesn't.
But Paige still does. Like because it was over the whole Twitch thing. But Paige is still in WWE and she does her stream.
Because Paige didn't. It's something different, I think. But Paige, let's be honest here. Let's accept the facts here. Sadly, Paige will never come back, ever. She can't. She can't wrestle again. It's sad.
But Edge couldn't wrestle again. Neither could Daniel Bryan.
Okay, but those are different stories.
Yeah, because Edge and Daniel took a long time out, and I don't Paige.
Well, Paige's has been out longer than both of them combined.
I want to say this in the nicest way possible, but I don't want to know. Paige is not the most confident person on the planet, whereas Edge and Daniel Bryan both are. They both had multiple title reigns. Paige had the Divas title, the NXT Women's title. That's it. I don't know if she's confident to come back into the ring with on her own neck. Like, I think, for example,
Like if she was to come back, she'll probably have to bring somebody along with her.
Would you want one last match though? Or would that
Yeah, I would.
But just bring her back with somebody.
Like, I can't think of a dream match on the spot. But say, I'm going to use Kaylee Ray as an example again. Kaylee Ray, NXT UK, absolute beast. ICW, beast. If you've like seen our matches, you know what I'm talking about. Like, on the spot, I can think of a Kaylee Ray dream match. Her and Lita, 5 stars, easily.
Who?
Kaylee Ray and Lita in a match.
Oh, I didn't know who you said.
Have all my money. Just have it. I'll throw money at Vince McMahon if he gives me
I'm
that.
pretty sure Burger.
Trying to think who else would be a good match.
Well, no, let's just think about it, right? Who would benefit? See if they did women's war games in like 2015 and stuff. Who would have benefited from that? We could have had Bayley, Becky,
The 4
Charlotte,
horsewomen.
and Sasha versus
The other 4 horsewomen of MMA.
Yeah. See, I don't even know. Marina and Jessamine, like,
We haven't seen them in a while.
where are they? Ronda Grimm's cancelled. They're gone. Second question: do you think that Shayna should have picked one of them to be in War Games last year?
No.
No.
Because you can't pick one without the other.
True. And did they really help on the outside like Shayna said they would? No, they didn't. Face the facts, people. Shayna Baszler would, like, Shayna Baszler's team. I was watching the hype promo for it earlier because I liked it. And I'm just going to say this now. Rhea's team was resilient. So, like, they would not give up, like, in, like, toughness-wise. But, like, Shayna's team was, they would put their bodies on the line. They would do anything to win. They're all selfish, if you get what I mean. Like, there was a contrast between them, which is why I think Shayna's team was stronger, but they just, for some reason, Rhea and Candice pulled through, which is weird.
Let me ask you this. Either of you who can answer this. If the crowd does come back to events, would you bring back Ronda?
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I
Or
don't
would
know.
you bring her back to main roster or NXT?
No, she doesn't need NXT. Becky, Ronda, WrestleMania 37.
Do you know what? I feel like they could choose to have them back, but you know, she is Ronda Rousey, and you can't really have her there without a title.
That's true.
The thing that made Becky the man and made her who she was being able to beat Ronda, this person nobody else could beat. So if somebody like, I don't know, Bianca Belair goes and beats Ronda Rousey, that makes Becky step down. I know it's not about Becky.
I can see that happening. No.
There would have been no point building Becky up as much as they did if they were just going to have that happen.
I'm going to put my opinion across, and I'm going to back it up afterwards, right? Becky was champion for far too long. Let's be, for main roster standards, she was champion for far too... Like, Bayley was champion for too long. Both of them were. Way too long. Like, Becky should have lost it.
But do you think she was the right one to be the first ever Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion?
No. Becky Lynch should not be the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion.
No, I'm saying, do you think it was right for them to do her as co-champion?
Who do you think should have won the WrestleMania main event then?
What, the triple threat?
Yeah, winner takes all.
Charlotte Flair?
But you think that because you don't like Becky?
I would have to be honest, right? Because right. So basically, I've told this story before, I think, but I was going to Barcelona the day after WrestleMania, right? Because it was during the holidays, and I wasn't allowed to watch the full pay-per-view, but I did. My dad fell asleep on the sofa, and if I was quiet, I cried when Sasha Bayley lost the title. Okay, I think everyone did. But from that moment, when I saw like Becky's entrance, I was like, why is she getting like a normal one? Ronda's got Joan Jett. Charlotte's got that bloody helicopter. I was like, I don't know. I wouldn't have minded. Like, we all knew Ronda was not going to win because of her contract issues. We knew she wasn't going to win. Now, I didn't want Becky to win for one sole reason. Her fans. That was
Yeah, that's true if you think about it.
This is like my thing with Liv
Sorry,
Morgan.
guys. You know.
Well, Lily's one of the good ones. I cannot get behind
It's
Liv
just
Morgan.
the others.
Simply because
Not to be
of
mentioned.
her toxic her fan base is.
Not Lily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Do you know what? In a way, I do agree with that.
Yeah, she just. Becky's
And if you think about it, like in a
so hard
standpoint, if they were to like reverse the decision, Vince probably would have done Charlotte also.
Morgan, you know exactly who I'm talking about when I say this. But some of her fans act as if they were the only fan, then Becky would have got to where she is today. But do you know what? It's because so many people liked her. That's why eventually Bianca Belair is going to get to the top, because everybody likes her. But you know, it's not going to like. I know people do like her, but Morgan is one of the only proper Kaylee fans. And logically, you're not going to get to the top with one fan.
Logically, I'm her biggest fan, let's be honest here.
Yeah, we all know this, Morgan.
She's got the whole of Scotland behind her.
Both.
Yeah, no, honestly, I'm going to say this now. I think for a fact that if the only reason Vince McMahon did not have Charlotte Flair win that main event was because of the backlash he would have got.
Pretty much.
Charlotte stands are just as bad as Becky stands. Let's be honest. You know what? 4 horsewomen stands are all as bad as each other. No, Bayley not so much. Sasha stands, Becky stands, and Charlotte stands. If I had to rank them,
the only good Bayley stand that we know is Becca.
Yeah, like
she's normal.
If I had to rank the stands for the 4 horsewomen in order of worst to best, worst would be Sasha Banks, then Becky Lynch, then Charlotte Flair, Bayley. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Sasha's fans are toxic.
They are extremely toxic. Britney Spears.
Especially when it comes to meeting girls. Oh boy.
I know. Like, let's think about a women's superstar. It does not have a toxic fan base. Like, a big fan base, but not a toxic fan base. There we go, there's one.
Example.
Rhea Ripley, her stands aren't toxic. From what I've seen, they're not toxic. Males. Yeah, I think the most toxic stands for male wrestlers are the ones who
are old school.
To be honest, I think Finn Balor stands are quite toxic. Sometimes.
Yeah,
I would say which are old school.
Yeah, I think your old school bring back the Attitude Era or die. That's them. So like,
I'm saying
Randy Orton stands, they're really bad.
So this is just going to be 40 minutes of more of a moaning about it then.
Well, we can get back to Wargames.
Oh, hold on. Just one more thing. I'm going to get attacked for this. I do not care. The Bella Twins, first of all, A, have one of the most toxic fan bases on the planet. B, should not come back for our last run. C, we're not the faces of the Women's Revolution. It was AJ Lee and Paige. And D, I don't want to see them near the ring again. It gives me the fear. And when I watch them in the ring, especially Brie Bella, she gives me the fear because I think she's going to break her own neck or something. I do not want to see the Bella Twins anywhere near the women's tag team.
Wrong twin. You said the neck issue.
I don't know. One last run though, considering like obviously they wasn't who made the revolution because that was AJ and no one's denying that.
They can have one more run, but just putting the other people over and not themselves.
Yeah. They did one last run because back in like the News era, they were the only proper tag team. And obviously they didn't create the tag team division, but they definitely did have a big part of it.
But the ones that you really saw that was a real tag team during that era was LayCool.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think the Bellas are overrated. They are not the face of women's revolution at all. I mean, do you know why? They are not reflective of what most wrestling fans are like as a person. AJ Lee and Paige both are like, they both, not perfectly, but they reflect more what
they were just ahead of their class.
Yeah, like I could relate more to AJ Lee and Paige than I could to the Bellas. Like, look at the Bellas. Plastic, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna get attacked.
Oh, come at me, Diva stands. I dare you. Come at me. I can back up my points with facts. You can. I'll honestly just stop watching wrestling if the Bellas come back. I'll stop watching main roster completely.
Nikki shouldn't have main evented Evolution.
No, absolutely not. That match was not. It wasn't bad. It just.
Who would you rather have in her place?
At that time?
Yeah.
Bring back AJ Lee if you could have.
Yeah.
AJ Lee v Ronda Rousey though.
No, like bring her back. No, like cancel the Nikki Ronda. Bring back AJ Lee. Like how the fans wanted.
And then what would you do with Ronda?
Ronda could have defended against, like, they could have had her in a story. Like, who was in her final showdown with Alexa Bliss, like they did with Becky and Charlotte with the Last Man Standing. Instead, they just did a street fight, and they just had Ronda and Alexa go for
or
it.
just
Alexa a better chance.
Let's go.
or just do have Ronda do double duty. I mean, Nia.
Yeah, true, they could have. I don't know. It was weird, to say the least.
Yeah.
Back to War Games quickly.
Yeah, we need to talk about the men's.
Yeah, just really quickly because I'm running out of time here. This year's War Games is of course different. We've got Pat McAfee.
Kings of NXT for some reason.
Yeah, so Pat McAfee, of course, is not. He's had one match in NXT. That was against Adam Cole, baby. NXT Takeover
Which was
NXT,
unexpected.
which I enjoyed more than I expected, to be honest. And it was good to see someone different. He did not win against Adam Cole, though.
he did put on a good effort.
Yeah, he did. And now I think that this should be interesting because Oni and Danny are known as being like brawl fighters. They will absolutely punch your teeth out if they have to. Pete Dunne's the same. He'll break your leg or your arm or your hand or your fingers or whatever. Pete Dunne
Just mainly the fingers. He'll go after the fingers.
Which I think is what?
The Undisputed Era, like they are amazing. There's no like denying that. But I feel like it kind of needs to finish now. Like main roster, separate race.
This is why I think they need to win this match, not the Kings of NXT, because
as a farewell.
This will almost be done as farewell. Like Rhea Ripley, we're saying bye to some legends, right? Rhea Ripley had such a quick year.
Hopefully, we're not saying bye to somebody else.
Yeah, hopefully we're not saying bye to the Garganos.
Mm-hmm.
We might.
But if they win, that just means that they're more of a dominant tag team. If they lose, it helps them more go their like separate ways. Because they haven't. Because obviously, if you shove them all off to SmackDown, it's not going to work because they're still all together. Like people just need to do their own things now, especially like Roderick Strong.
He needs to split from them.
They're like stuck. They're irrelevant. If I'm being completely honest, like Adam Cole is the main focus of Undisputed Era, right? And he has always been that. And then Kyle O'Reilly's kind of like coming into his own and getting his own like shots and stuff.
That's true. Because remember, he did face Finn Balor.
You know what I think we need to do? Adam Cole. They have the OG Undisputed Era, so they have. Well, they were known as Red Dragon. You have Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Adam Cole go to Raw, and then you have Roddy on an episode of NXT. Just leave them, and he goes to SmackDown and does his own thing. Intercontinental title. The Raw tag team titles for Roddy and Bobby. No, not Roddy and Bobby. Bobby and Kyle. So he's saying Roddy and Bobby now. Adam Cole goes for Drew McIntyre, which is a match I have always wanted. WrestleMania 37. Vince, please give it to us. We need. You know what we need away? We need Randy away from the title picture. We need Edge away from the title picture. We need all the legends away, far away from the title picture. Bring in Aleister Black, Andrade, Keith Lee.
Aleister Black's going to get released.
But just remember what Kyle said.
Get released.
But do you not think that you should just let Randy, like, you know, beat the record and then just be done with?
No.
They've built him up this high and he only needs like 2 or 3 more.
Nope.
Just let him have it.
Just nope.
He's not beating John Cena, who's tied with Ric Flair. That's not happening. No.
I think nobody's going to beat that record. They're just going to probably come close to it.
But you know what they're doing? They're making Charlotte equal Ric Flair, which is annoying. I feel like Charlotte and Rhea Ripley, when Charlotte comes back, will have a good rivalry. Actually, the Rumble, January. I'm putting my predictions in right now. Women's winners will either be Sonya Deville, a returning Sonya Deville, or Rhea Ripley or Bianca Belair. Those 3. Men's Rumble, I'm going either Adam Cole, Aleister Black, or Keith Lee. Even though Aleister Black won't get much. They're my 3 people to win. It might change, but Sonya Deville right now.
Is that who you think or who you want?
That's who I think. What I want is Sonya and Adam Cole. I think Sonya has a chance.
What about Tegan? Because no one from NXT has ever won the Royal Rumble.
I don't see her. No, if Candice stays in NXT, Tegan's gonna come back and she's gonna be heel. They need to. As much as I hate to say it, Candice been in NXT for a long time. She's not like Aaliyah though. Aaliyah's been there for a long time, done nothing.
5 years.
Candice needs to get that.
She's had good matches.
Yeah, she has.
She just needs
for example.
title.
Io like 3 times. She needs title before she leaves. That's the rule. Johnny's fine. He's sorted. I know he's not had long reigns, but he's sorted. He's done. He's okay. He can leave now if he wants to, but he's not going to.
But
he won't.
Remember, he's NXT for life.
I mean, I'm just excited to see where this brings Pat McAfee, because I'm thinking he could win the NXT title next year, but
remember that post I sent you?
Yeah, he'll have to get through Karrion Kross, which is a problem, because Karrion Kross is a beast.
Let me see if I can
think
find
for
it.
Scarlett as well. I don't know what they're doing with Scarlett, because she looks like a manager, but we know she can do it in the ring. We know that for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, they shouldn't really keep putting like couples together, like Johnny and Candice, Becky and Seth. Like, just let people do their own thing.
Because remember when Becky and Seth both won the titles, I was the biggest complainer about that. Why give the power couple, and your 2 biggest stars? I know those are the 2 biggest stars at the time on the same. Like, that shouldn't have happened. And that stupid storyline with Corbin and Lacey Evans shouldn't have happened. Lacey Evans shouldn't have happened at all.
Why did they even put Lacey in that? I don't get it.
I don't know. She shouldn't have happened at all. She got that title match on a fluke. Corbin, it should ditch the King thing. He needs to go back to Lone Wolf. He needs to ditch it. It is not working.
But it's one of them things now. It's like
trying to find that picture that I sent you.
It's been going on for too long, and being a king, you could be heel or face. So like, it's one of the things that it's gonna be really hard for him to get rid of now. He's obviously.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm no longer the king. I'm now one of you guys. Like, you know, one of you.
I can't see Corbin. No, he could go away and repackage himself. Yeah, Karrion Kross, Donny Gargano. Wait, who's that below? Oh, Kushida. That would be good. Who's above Kushida?
The nickname for Lily.
Oh, Pat McAfee then. Who's above Pat McAfee?
Kyle.
I love him.
Alright, okay. Imagine, no, you know what I can see happening? I think Adam Cole leaves NXT and the rest of the Undisputed Era stay. Imagine to do that. That wouldn't work. This just kind of turns into a general chat. I might need to rename the title. But, like, it's just been a good chat, isn't it? I think that, I mean, arguably, I slam Becky a lot because she was champion for far too long. And yet people think, well, like, oh, but Kaylee, you've been champion too long, you never say anything. I have made it vocal in a post before that I didn't want her to lose to Piper Niven, but I've made it vocal that I want her to lose it and she needs to lose it before she becomes overrated. Cheers to that.
You know, not just like the 2 of them, but I feel like title runs shouldn't last as long. Like a Bayley's, Kaylee Ray's, Adam Cole's, Becky's, like, and even Drew's. He had that since WrestleMania, and he's got it back already. Like,
that wasn't long for him though.
Yeah, but
well, no,
like,
I've got a question for you though.
Like 3 to 4 months, and then you don't need to have the title for a year and a half.
I've got a question though. When do you think Becky had it for too long?
I think in the end, yes.
When do you think she should have lost it? I said Hell in a Cell to Sasha Banks. When do you think she should have lost it?
The match that she had against Sasha.
Yeah.
I want to say, I think probably Royal Rumble, but not to Asuka.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It should have been in that window from October to January. It should have been one of those pay-per-views, but
or WrestleMania, I think.
You guys will finish this, right? So I gotta go do something.
Yeah, we will need to finish this, but we should have lost it now. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to title this because it just was a general chat, but this is a fun chat.
But you did lose way. Just have to
we did talk about war games.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Yeah, we did. Too. Also, Monday Night Raw tonight. Triple threat match. Alexa and Randy doing something. I don't know. They're doing the night, and I'm doing.
Survivor Series
NXT
is coming tomorrow.
Yeah. What's our schedule for this week? Yeah.
Survivor Series review.
When is the NXT UK from last week? Thursday.
Nothing.
Friday is NXT UK review and War Games predictions.
That's it.
Yeah.
Then next
no
week,
War Games, no pay-per-view reactions until holiday time.
Yeah.
Next reactions will get up probably be Mania, to be honest.
But next Monday is part 1 of the Team Shiny Cupcake Saga.
Yeah. Yeah, we're officially starting it. It's going to be good.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you for watching, people. If you enjoyed this chat, leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Yeah. Follow our Instas, they'll be down below.
That's it.
Anything anyone want to add? Is that it?